So now that we know how to build applications with multiple screens where we can navigate around, be that with tabs or be that with pushing and popping and whatever you need, now that we had a thorough look at this in a complete app, of course, now let's move on to a new app, an app where I will now dive not only into more advanced features or some other widgets which we haven't seen before, which is always nice to learn, but where we specifically will also have a look at state management. And you will learn what exactly this means and which problem it solves. But of course, I kind of already spoiled that before. State management is a concept that helps us with managing our data in our applications so that we don't have to manage everything just in our main Dart file, in our main widget there, but that we can manage this in a more efficient way, both from a code as well as a performance perspective. In detail in this section, we'll therefore have a look at more widgets and UI patterns, because as I mentioned, I think that's always nice to learn. More widgets which we haven't used before, because we will build a real app in this section after all. It's not just a theory section, we'll build a complete app here. But in that app, we'll then also manage our store more efficiently, and you will therefore learn which state management options exist and why you might want to use a different one than we used thus far. By the end of the module, we'll have a shop like this where we can add items to a cart. In that cart, we can also delete such items. We'll have different pages we can navigate between. For example, to also not just add items to a cart, but also place an order, which you then can see on the orders screen here. And all of that is managed with a more complex state management system, which will help us connect all these different pieces of our application to keep track of what we change on which page without passing data around across dozens of widgets and without managing everything in the main Dart file.